Greetings my dear subscribers. Today, I will tell you a wonderful comedy called If I Get Divorced. Relax and enjoy watching. The plot of the film revolves around the fate of the heroine named Aruzhan, her husband Sanzer, who surprises his wife in honor of their third wedding anniversary. The wife expresses her joy and thanks her husband for never reproaching her for not having children. She admits that they like to be alone, without inviting anyone to their holiday. She also notices that one of their relatives drinks alcohol too often, and her husband's secretary dresses too provocatively. Suddenly, the door swung open, and behind it appeared all the loved ones and relatives she had just talked about. She found herself in an awkward position, since among them stood the relative whom she accused of being an alcoholic, as well as his secretary. All the guests enter and congratulate them. Aruzhan turned out to be a very rich person. She was involved in the horse business. When she was in the office, the secretary came up to her and said that they called from the clinic and the test results came out. Aruzhan was delighted when she came to the conclusion that she was pregnant. Aruzhan went to the clinic. There she went to see a doctor, but the doctor told her that she had stage 4 blood cancer and that she did not have long to live. To confirm the data, the results were sent to Norway and Germany for verification, and they confirmed them. Sitting in the car, she begins to cry and drives the car at the highest speed and hits a fountain. Janner meets her in the office with balloons and wine. Aruzhan says that she is sick, but her friend suggests that she get rechecked. However, she disagrees, saying that doctors in the most developed countries have confirmed this. That evening, her husband and mother-in-law meet her at home in a romantic setting with candles and balloons, and her husband gives her an expensive pendant. In the morning, Aruzhan notices that her nose is bleeding, and there are also bruises under her eyes. She begins to feel unwell, and experiences the urge to vomit. Sanzer arrives at the stables and wants to share the good news with his friends. Thinking that Aruzhan is pregnant, his friends congratulate him. Janner scolds Aruzhan why she didn't tell Sanzer about her illness. Aruzhan says that she didn't want to spoil the mood of Sanjar and her mother-in-law. At this moment, the secretary approaches them and says that she accidentally overheard their conversation and invites them to join the Cancer Anonymous Club. In addition, she offers a business card for this club. We watch them sit in an anonymous club, where everyone begins to talk about their illness. One of the girls says that she discovered her disease at an early stage and successfully underwent treatment, making a full recovery. Another girl, Marina, begins her story by saying that she learned about her illness very late and did not fight it. She admits that she did not want others to see her sick, but to remember her as she was before, beautiful, with hair, so she decided to leave her family, leaving them a letter, and now she is just traveling, leaving behind all her belongings that she no longer needs. Aruzhan recalls the happy days spent with Sanzer. Aruzhan comes to the stable and expresses his concern about how to make Sanzer end their relationship on his own and avoid suffering. Aido suggests communicating sharply with relatives and mother-in-law. As a result, Aruzhan begins to loudly swear at his mother-in-law so that she leaves and no longer lives with them. Mother-in-law is leaving. But this does not help. Then Aidos begins to develop a plan for a car accident, in which Sanzer's father's old car should look like it was crashed by Aruzhan. However, when Sundar arrives at the place and says that the car is just an old one, the main thing is that Aruzhan is alive and well. Now the three conspire again and plan to betray Aruzhan on the part of Aidos. Janner brings Sanzer to the scene of the betrayal, and Sanzer decides to divorce Aruzhan, and they officially divorce. During the divorce, Aruzhan decides to transfer all his property to Sanzer's name, thus wanting to correct his mistakes and betrayals. She feels strong regret and wants to pay off for everything she did wrong to him, rewarding him with kindness and care. However, Sanzer, in response, says that he does not need anything. He forgives her and assures that he still needs her. He offers to start over and admits that he loves her, but Aruzhan denies his feelings, and we see her suffering when she leaves him. Aidos reports that they purchased a place for her funeral, but Aruzhan admits that she gave all the money to Sanzer. Aidos and Janner decide to support Aruzhan, and they decide to shave off their hair. since Aruzhan will also become bald soon. 4 months have passed, and we see that at Aruzhan's house, there are alcoholics and homeless people whom she sheltered. Aruzhan puts on a fur coat, because she thinks that she will die soon anyway. Janner says that Aruzhan has been alive for 4 months and needs to retake the tests. They go to the clinic, but it turns out that the clinic has been closed for a long time. They decide to go to another clinic, where tests show that Aruzhan does not have enough vitamin C. The doctor prescribes her vitamins and a trip to the bathhouse, and says that she is healthy, and that she does not have leukemia, and Janner says why did she shave? Then, when Aruzhan left the clinic, she was going to explain the whole situation to Sanjar and try to get him back. But Aito said that he had already married someone else. He said that they were soon getting married in Montenegro. However, Aruzhan still insists on getting his love back, and for this he decides to sell his house in order to find money for the trip. While on the plane, Janner sees Marina from an anonymous club, who was also heading to Montenegro. Upon arrival in Montenegro, they decide to take a taxi to get to the hotel. Suddenly the car stops and the taxi driver, putting on a gas mask, turns on the gas system. When they come to, they find themselves in the forest, surrounded by bandits who plan to bury them alive. The women attack the bandit, and they end up running away. Aidos, also attacking the thug, saves them, and they all try to escape together. They don't understand the reason why they want to kill them. As a result, they all run away into the forest, but the girl, the leader of the gang, returns and kills her partner because he failed to complete the task. 3 are hiding in a tree. They reach the road and stop the cars, but no one reacts. Only one car stops and is ready to give them a ride. They feel relieved that they are alive. And at a gas station, they notice the leader girl. They take all their things from her car. They hide by escaping on a rope, and Aitos picks them up on a boat. At the hotel, they take a room, and suddenly the leader girl reappears and attacks Aruzhan. A fight ensues, after which they break into the wall, with Janner using the bottle as a weapon against her. Having changed clothes, they go to Sanzar's wedding, but they are not allowed in. Then they introduce themselves as musicians and start singing. 3 descend where the ceremony is taking place. They see Sanzar, that very doctor, the secretary, people from the anonymous club. And Aruzhan understands that everything was set up. Sanjar gives a speech, noting that they have successfully completed a huge amount of work, with special satisfaction thanks to his mother. Suddenly, he shoots the actress who played the role of his mother, and his real mother appears on stage. As a token of gratitude for the work done, Sanzar pays all the money. We can observe that everything was deliberately planned. The mother-in-law added medicine to a glass of Aruzhan water to make her feel bad. But it was too late. Everything went out of hand. The stable, the house, the diamonds. Aruzhan ends up in the hospital, and she is again saved by her friend with 8 awesome. Dressed as cleaners, the 3 of them run away. The film ends there. Thanks for watching and subscribe to my channel.